There is a permission you have been waiting for, not from anyone in particular, not from a person, not from a circumstance, not from a version of your life that finally looks the way you think it should. Just permission. The quiet, internal sense that it is okay to enjoy what is here. That joy is not something you have to earn before you're allowed to feel it. And the strange thing is that no one took that permission away from you. Life did, slowly, in the accumulation of responsibilities, of hard seasons, of the feeling that there is always something else that needs attention before you can afford to relax into the good. In the subtle belief, absorbed somewhere along the way, that enjoyment is for when things are sorted, that happiness is the reward at the end of the effort, not a companion to it. But that is not how joy works. Joy does not wait for the right conditions. It never has. If you look back at the moments that made you feel most alive, most grateful, most at peace, most like yourself, they were rarely the perfect moments. They were the unexpected ones, the ordinary ones, the ones where something good arrived in the middle of everything else, and you were present enough to feel it. That is what joy does. It arrives in the middle. Not after the storm, not when the list is finished, not when the uncertainty resolves, or the relationship heals, or the career finds its shape. Joy arrives right here, in the middle of all of it, and asks only one thing, that you let it in. We are so practiced at turning it away, at saying, not yet, at feeling guilty for feeling good when things are still hard, at treating happiness like something suspicious, something that, if you let yourself have it now, will somehow cost you later, as if joy is a limited resource, and spending it now means there will be less when you really need it. But joy doesn't work that way. It is not a resource that runs out. It is not something you borrow against the future. It is something that grows when it is received, something that expands when it is allowed, something that becomes more available, not less, the more you practice letting it in. Think about what it actually costs you to keep turning joy away, not in some abstract philosophical sense, in the very practical daily sense. Every moment of genuine goodness that arrives and gets dismissed before it can land. Every small pleasure that gets interrupted by the thought that you shouldn't be enjoying yourself yet. Every laugh that gets cut short by the awareness of everything that is still unresolved. Every beautiful thing that passes by while you were looking at your list of reasons why now is not the right time. That is a significant cost, not just in terms of missed pleasure, though that matters too, but in terms of what it does to your relationship with your own life. When you consistently treat the present as something to endure rather than inhabit, something shifts in how you experience everything. The days start to feel like they are happening to you rather than being lived by you. The life that was supposed to be yours starts to feel like something you are always preparing for, but never quite arriving at. And the arrival never comes, because the habit of deferral doesn't disappear when circumstances change. The person who has spent years waiting for the right conditions to enjoy their life does not automatically relax into enjoyment when those conditions arrive. The waiting becomes the pattern. The not yet becomes the default, and the life that was supposed to begin after all the hard parts are over just becomes more hard parts, more waiting, more permission perpetually deferred. You are allowed to enjoy your life right now, not the finished version of your life, not the healed version, the settled version, the version where everything makes sense. This version, the one that is still figuring things out, still carrying some weight, still somewhere in the middle of becoming. This version is allowed joy too. The hard things and the good things can coexist. This is perhaps the most important thing to understand. We have been taught, in ways so subtle we rarely question them, that joy is only appropriate when circumstances justify it, that enjoying yourself when things are difficult is somehow disrespectful to the difficulty, that happiness in the middle of struggle is naive or irresponsible, or a sign that you're not taking things seriously enough. But this is simply not true. Joy does not diminish the reality of difficulty. Laughter does not erase grief. Allowing yourself to feel good does not mean pretending that hard things aren't hard. It means choosing to be fully alive to all of it, the weight and the beauty, the difficulty and the grace, rather than numbing yourself to one half of the experience in an attempt to honor the other half. The worry and the laughter can live in the same day. The grief and the gratitude can sit beside each other without one canceling the other out. You don't have to choose between taking life seriously and enjoying it. You can do both. You were always meant to do both. The fullness of being human includes all of it, the hard and the good, the heavy and the light, and impoverishing your experience of one does not enrich your experience of the other. There are people who have forgotten this so thoroughly that they no longer recognize joy when it arrives. They meet a beautiful moment with suspicion. They receive kindness and immediately brace for loss. They hear good news and search for the catch. They sit in a peaceful moment and feel restless inside it, not because peace is unnatural, but because they have grown so accustomed to tension that ease feels unfamiliar. Sometimes the hardest thing is not surviving difficulty. Sometimes the hardest thing is allowing goodness to reach you after difficulty has shaped your instincts. That too takes courage. It takes courage to stop scanning every beautiful moment for what might ruin it. It takes courage to let something be good without immediately protecting yourself from its ending. It takes courage to enjoy what is here, even while knowing it is temporary, incomplete, and fragile. But that is the only way anything is ever enjoyed. Everything meaningful in life is temporary in some way. The answer to that has never been to feel less. The answer is to be present enough to feel it while it is here. Maybe this is what you need to remember. Joy is not denial. Presence is not avoidance. To enjoy your coffee in the morning is not to forget your responsibilities. To laugh with someone you love is not to become careless. To rest is not to become lazy. To notice beauty is not to become unrealistic. To feel gratitude in the middle of uncertainty is not to lose touch with reality. It may actually be the deepest way of staying in touch with reality, because reality is not made only of pressure and problems and unfinished things. Reality also contains warmth, kindness, relief, humor, music, light through the window, a sentence that finds you at the right time, a familiar voice, a moment of stillness, the strange mercy of discovering that even now, even here, life continues to offer you something tender. And often, the smallest joys are the ones that save us, not by fixing everything, not by removing pain, but by reminding us that pain is not all there is. A small joy can interrupt the lie that your life is nothing but obligation. A small joy can return you to yourself. It can make space in your body where everything had felt clenched. It can soften your thoughts. It can create one honest breath in the middle of a difficult day. And sometimes one honest breath is where healing begins. We underestimate these moments because they are quiet. We think transformation should be dramatic. We think permission should arrive in some official form. We think our lives will change through major decisions, obvious turning points, declarations, and resolutions. And sometimes they do. But just as often, a life changes because a person slowly stops refusing it, because they stop postponing tenderness, because they stop assuming that struggle is the most truthful thing about them, because they begin, little by little, to receive what is already present. To receive joy is an act of trust. It is a way of saying, I do not need to solve everything before I am allowed to be here. I do not need to become someone else before I am allowed to feel alive. I do not need perfect circumstances before I can experience this day as my own. I can belong to this moment now. I can let it touch me now. I can stop standing outside my life, evaluating whether it has become acceptable enough to enter. You can enter now. You can stop waiting for your life to become easier before you decide it is worthy of your presence. You can stop treating delight as something extra, something ornamental, something secondary to the serious business of being a responsible person. Joy is not separate from a meaningful life. It is part of what makes a life meaningful. Not because every day is easy, not because every moment is beautiful, but because being alive was never meant to be a purely functional experience. You were not made only to manage life. You were made to live it, to notice, to feel, to love, to laugh, to rest, to be moved, to be surprised, to be softened by beauty, to be nourished by small things, to sit in a quiet moment and let it be enough for a minute, to recognize, even in the midst of all that is unresolved, that this day contains something worth inhabiting. So let yourself laugh today, even if things are heavy. Let yourself notice what is beautiful, even if something else is hard. Let yourself enjoy the meal, the conversation, the quiet moment, the unexpected thing that made you smile, without immediately pulling yourself back to what needs to be worried about. Let yourself be moved by a piece of music. Let yourself be delighted by something small. Let yourself feel the warmth of the sun on your face without it triggering a mental review of everything that still needs to be done before you deserve to feel warm. Let yourself pause long enough to realize that this is not wasted time. This is not irresponsibility. This is not neglect. These are not indulgences. These are the substance of a life actually lived. Not documented, not optimized, not performed. Lived, felt, inhabited from the inside out, in the messy and unrepeatable way that real living actually happens. And maybe that is the invitation, not to escape your life, but to return to it, to return to your senses, to return to the room you are in, to return to the people before you, to return to the small mercies that keep appearing without demanding anything in return, to return to the understanding that life is not waiting somewhere else for you. It is here, in this hour, in this breath, in this unfinished day. You are allowed to enjoy your life right now. Not someday, not after, not when things are better or easier or more certain or more resolved. Right now, exactly as things are, exactly as you are. This is your life, already happening, already real, already full of things worth enjoying. The permission was always yours. You just have to decide to use it.